Did you tell me that Derek Carr was going to break his leg in the penultimate week of the season, second to last? If you had predicted that, I'd give it to you, but I'm not going to give you this one because the Raiders would have won with Derek Carr. You know it, and I know it. It was the saddest story of the year, in fact, in several years in pro football, that Derek Carr went down. He was the spiritual leader, heart, soul. The driving force of that whole football team was that quarterback, and he went down, and now they're not the same. Nope. And so backing into the division title were the Kansas City Chiefs. I give it to you.
They didn't back in.
Yeah, they did.
They went on the road and beat San Diego.
Oh, wow, that's really great.
They swept the Raiders.
Hey, San Diego.
They swept the Broncos.
San Diego beat Matt Ryan at Matt Ryan. I don't know.
And Eli beat the Giants. Yeah. I mean, Eli beat the Cowboys. Yeah. With a wet football and when it was dry. Beat them both times. Doesn't matter how the ball.
1 point and 3 points.
Threw a soccer ball and got it.
I like the Cowboys to win or to get to the Super Bowl, but I love the Patriots to get to the Super Bowl. In fact, I think this is a lock. I'm going to call it a done deal that the Patriots are going to win the AFC. They have the best quarterback easily. They have the best defense, which is a shock to me.
So I get the field. You got the Patriots, I get the field.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got the best defense. You can have the field. In fact, I'll do it right now for a case of dew. If you want the field, I'll give it to you. You want it?
We'll see. Go ahead and make your argument.
I thought so. I thought you were angling for a case of dew there. Best quarterback, best defense, best coaching staff. And they get to start with the divisional round game against a quarterback named Tom Sawyer. No, I'm sorry, it's Tom Savage. I actually like Tom Savage. Or maybe it's Osweiler, or maybe it's Matt McGloin, or maybe it's Connor Cook. I don't know which of those four quarterbacks, but one of those four quarterbacks is going to have to play at New England. Am I right about that?
Absolutely.
So that's basically another bye week for the New England Patriots. And again, I think Pittsburgh, I don't think it'll be easy because I told you I like Matt Moore, but I think Pittsburgh will be able in Pittsburgh to hold off the Dolphins. And maybe Ajayi goes crazy. He's done it to Pittsburgh before, but it'll be an interesting game to watch, but I think Pittsburgh will survive that game. I do not think Pittsburgh will survive at Kansas City. So I got Kansas City then going to New England for the AFC title. Mm-hmm. And here we go again, same time next year, except last year it was in the divisional round. But Kansas, or was it first round? No.
It was the division.
Divisional round, yeah. So last year it was 27-13. When Kansas City scored with 1:13 left to cut it to 27-20. So the final score last year looked a little misleading to me because the Patriots basically dominated the Chiefs, and now the Patriots are much better than they were a year ago. I think Tom Brady's playing at a higher level. His offensive line is much, much better than it was when they wound up in Denver last year.
I agree.
The defense, and I got to give Bill Belichick this, it's just sensational right now. It's become a shutdown defense without a big-name star, and that's pretty hard to do. But this is the best defense in pro football, and this receiving core. And by the way, I abhor drunk driving, and Malcolm Floyd's going to pay his price for drunk driving. But listen, he added depth to the receiver core. Did you see the plays he made yesterday? Yep. He made two strong plays. He powered through three Dolphins at the goal line for a touchdown, slammed it on the goal line. And then that block that he threw, you want to talk about a bone crusher to free up Edelman. So he adds to a receiver core. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but no Gronk, no problem. Gronkowski, we know he's one of the all-time beasts, but I don't think they're missing him that much. They miss him some, but not that much. So I think Kansas City is obviously better with Tyreek Hill, who has track speed. But you know what Bill Belichick does best, what he's always done the best? He will take away your game changer. Whoever your difference maker is, Belichick will take him away. So I'm sure Kansas City will battle, and I'm also sure that Tom Brady will win this game by 2 touchdowns. On to Houston for Tom Brady. He won 1 Super Bowl there, his 2nd Super Bowl, and he has been on a mission, I've told you, from the start of the year. He wants to see Roger Goodell hand that trophy to Robert Kraft. He got framed and railroaded on Deflategate, and he wants the commissioner to eat it. And that's what's going to happen.
Can we stop bringing about we ask who's going to be the representative?
I'm just telling you the motivation.
Nobody want to care about the motivation.
It's a done deal. Patriots, you can have the field.
I got the Steelers to beat the Dolphins. Now, I know the Dolphins ran wild. Jay Ajayi ran for over 200 yards against the Steelers. Ben was hurt. He played as long as he could, but he wasn't the same Ben Roethlisberger. He had no mobility.
That's true.
And the Dolphins won that game.
Yep.
I believe this will be a different story. I believe the Steelers, Mike Tomlin, will not allow Ajayi to run the ball with the conviction that he ran the ball.
You're probably
Put
right.
the ball in Matt Moore's hand. Let's see if he can beat us.
Yep.
Now, the Texans and the Raiders. You got Brock Osweiler. You got Tom Savage. You got Matt McGloin. You got Connor Cook. It's like, do you want to eat grasshoppers or crickets? Because both of them are awful. Because that's what you got. I'm going to take...
You ever eaten a grasshopper or cricket? I don't know if they're awful. I've never tried them before.
Take my word for it.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm going to take the Houston Texans for the simple fact they're at home. They do have a defense. They can get after you. Merciless, Jadeveon Clowney.
They can.
They can put pressure on.
Yep.
And we saw yesterday that Matt McGloin or Connor Cook, their hopes, you could tell, Skip, when Derek Carr went down and he says it's broken, it's broken, it's broken. My leg.
He said broke. But
yeah.
You know,
You could see the air,
it just went out.
wind.
Yep.
They knew.
I know.
It
They
was
did.
over.
They knew.
It was over.
Yep.
They weren't going to Denver and win, which I knew they couldn't. They weren't.
Although I thought they were going to play Paxton Lynch, and it seemed like Gary Kubiak said, "No, I'm going to win this game."
Yeah.
Right?
I'm going out.
Right.
I'm not going out with an L. I'm going out with a dub.
Right.
So
I mean, why would he prepare for the future when this is his?
yeah,
next game?
I'm preparing for right now.
Correct.
And so I'm going to take the Texans over the Raiders. I'm taking the Steelers over the Dolphins.
Got it.
Obviously, I don't even really want to talk about the Patriots playing the Texans, so I'm going to spend all my time on the Steelers in Kansas City. Now, we know what happened earlier in the season. Kansas City went to Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh blew them out of the water.
Just annihilated him.
This is a different team now.
I agree.
I got Kansas City beating Pittsburgh because this Tyreek Hill, you're going to have to punt the ball at some point in time. Or if you're scoring, you're going to have to kick the ball. So Coach Belichick, if and when they get to that point, Coach Belichick's probably going to have his punter punting as far as you can and punt it out of bounds.
I agree.
Gostkowski, you kick this ball out of the end zone. There is not going to be any pop-ups trying to pin them down inside the 5. You don't want to run that risk. But with the Steelers go to Kansas City, they can get after the quarterback pretty good, especially in their building. And that big tight end, Travis Kelce,
he's good.
He's going to be the all-pro tight end this year. He's a faster Gronkowski. Now, he's not the blocker that Gronk is, but as far as running the routes, sinking his hips, he has looser hips than Gronkowski. He's a big man that has speed.
He does.
He can get down the field in a hurry. And so I like he and Tyreek Hill in this matchup. The Kansas City Chiefs will advance to go to Foxborough.
Okay. And here we go. This is it. This is your moment of truth on this show. This is since September 6th. We've been building toward this moment.
They're in the AFC West. The Raiders was number 1. We hated them. And 1B, 1A was the Chiefs.
Yep.
But Skip, they're going to spring the upset.
Up. You did it.
They're going to spring the upset.
You did it.
I can't believe
Wow.
I can't believe I'm taking conservative Andy Reid and check down Alex.
You got him.
But Tyreek Hill gets a punt return. They
Okay.
make one big play to Travis Kelce, and Kansas City advances.
Kansas City is going to beat Tom Brady and the Patriots.
Yep.
So instead of Cowboys Patriots in the Super Bowl, we're going to have Falcons and Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Red. I see red. I see red. It's the year of red.